Hey, good morning. It is Saturday, the 6th of May. We're into May now. I am back out starting at the bottom of the hill where I was picking in the abandoned homeless camp last weekend and a few weeks before. I'm going to try to make it all the way up the hill this time since I'm done with the homeless camp, and then come back around and down the other side. It's damp. It's been raining all night. It's supposed to warm up a little bit later today. It's going to be beautiful next weekend, but not today. So hopefully I can stay dry, get to it. Yeah, that's kind of the plan for the day. It's the first Saturday of the month, so we have our monthly citywide cleanup going on this morning. We only had about 8 people out this morning just because it is rainy and cold, and it's also opening day for boating season, and that's a big day around here. So and maybe people are staying at home and rewatching the coronation, I don't know. But yeah, so we're gonna get out here and get all the way up the hill. It's gonna be a big walking day. I'm sure my hamstrings will feel it in the morning, so, but hopefully there's not too much on the way up, and I'll get everything on the way down. That's the plan. I will catch you later. Okay, I made it all the way to the top of the hill up here, on my way back down across the street from where I was picking in that homeless camp. This is where one of the creeks starts, right up here. It's a long way down there, and I can see lots of trash. I'll come back for that another time. I can't get up there and down there with it this wet safely. So once it dries out a bit, I'll come back and pick this area again. It's a nice area. There's deep woods here. Yeah, it's really pretty, you know, besides the road noise behind me. And if I swing around this way, you can see all the way down the hill is where I gotta go. So yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be here. I've gotten about 4 buckets so far today, so a bag and a half. And I'll just keep heading down the hill. I know there's gonna be some bad areas up ahead, but I'll get to that. Hey there, it's wrapping up for the day. That was about 2.5 hours up the hill, down the hill. Only found one camp on the other side that I'm gonna have to deal with, but it's right at the bottom, so it's really easy to get to. I'll get in there another time. The biggest problem, about halfway up, there's a pullout for cars for emergencies, I guess. And people have been pulling out and then throwing bags of garbage down the cliff, and it's a good 75 feet down at least, if not farther, and very, very steep. To get down there is going to require ropes. I don't know how I'll clean it, but there's a lot of garbage bags down there, like just big black garbage bags that have been thrown down the hill, and it's right at the creek runs right along the bottom of that. So it has to be cleaned up at some point. I got to figure out how to get in there and get to it. It's not going to be easy. It'll take a trash mob to do that. I can't do it on my own because there's no way I can get up and down the hill more than a couple of times without just being completely exhausted, because it's steep, and it'd be nice to have a sled or something like that and pull the bags up on a winch, because if they're heavy and wet, that's going to be a problem. So there were some areas I just skipped over because the sides were so steep. I didn't want to do them today. Just up and down the hill was enough. The good news is that most of those areas are near one of the pullouts on the hill, so I'll be able to pull out, do a pick right in that area until I'm exhausted, and then stop and do something else for the rest of the day, so without having to walk all the way up and down the hill. And then this other area right here at the bottom, I'll be able to get in and out of there from just parking lot across the street. So this is the week for some big things happening at Trash Mob. They haven't announced yet. Number one, we have our Apple mobile app out in the App Store or on iTunes. You can look for Trash Mob out on iTunes now and download that. It's still a work in progress. It's more than a beta, but it still has a couple of big features coming that are in development right now or finishing up. Android, hopefully I'll finish up this week as well and get that out there. So That's a big one. We've got some animated videos coming that I hope people will watch. One is, what is Trash Mob? Just to let people know. The other one's all about safety. Safety on picks and things like that. So both of those, I'm looking forward to seeing the final edits on those and getting that going. Yeah, we're moving from being all development all the time to starting to get into the marketing and starting to get into some of the other things to get this out there and really get it going. So I've appreciated everybody's patience while I get this thing going. It's been a lot of work, a long time, but you're really going to start seeing things ramp up. We're actually debating hiring our first staffer part-time. If you're we'll put the requirements and everything out on LinkedIn, but please check us out on LinkedIn, follow us. If they're working on something like this part-time, doing marketing, doing fundraising, stuff like that, social media is your thing, and you want to do 10 hours a week or something to get started, check us out on LinkedIn. We'll have the ad up there sometime in the next week or so. So anyways, appreciate it. Everybody have a great day. Remember, it's not our trash, but it is our planet, and we've only got one of them. So let's do it. Thanks.